What's up, guys? Welcome back to the ranch. All right, ranchers, I'm here next to my, 10 feet tall Dunstan chestnut tree that I planted 3 seasons ago, and it's time to do some tree tube maintenance. If you're not using tree tubes, I highly suggest them. I did a video in the past, and we're gonna get in here, and it's time to do a little bit of maintenance on these tree tubes. Let's get in and take a look at what needs to be done. All right, guys, so I'm in the cage now. This is what makes making big deer cages like this kind of useful. You can get in there and do maintenance like this if you need to. But generally speaking, the tube is usually enough. I just overkill it with the cage as well. It's not like I'm planting hundreds of Dunstan chestnut trees and I can afford to have a few of them die. I just planted a handful, and I'm trying to make sure that they survive and get to that point where they make chestnuts for me. All right, so my first thing I'm gonna do is, don't forget your gloves. You're gonna want them for this process. I'm gonna weed out the base of this tree. The weeds that grow in here, their roots are sucking up the water and providing competition for what's below the surface for this tree. So we're gonna get the weeds out of here first. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, this isn't, your backyard garden. You just want to pull some of the weeds, basically, get some more light down on the base of that tree. How's that angle? Whoa, all right. So you could see that happened real quick. I was able to just pull out some of the weeds, some of this competition, stamp it down, and it'll die down and really just help get some more light down at the base of the tree. Hopefully some of these weeds will die back and there'll be less competition for the water that's in the ground around the drip line here, now that these weeds are weeded. So that's step one, we weed. The next step is, the tube is just on here and we're gonna slide it up. That's what makes these tubes so great. We're gonna slide it all the way up as far as we can, as much as the tree allows us. You don't have to, hurt the tree at all. These zip ties that are on the tube are usually have a button on them, so you could loosen them a little bit to make working this nice and easy. And I usually just pull it up, exposing what you can see is our next step. We have to, if you had an assistant to hold the tube, that would be helpful. And I'm just gonna come back down a little bit and work from the bottom. And again, all this is competition for your tree. All this dead and thatch needs to come out. We're gonna get rid of all this now. All this dead and thatch needs to come out. All these weeds are bad for your tree. So we're gonna, oh, that one had thorns. Huh. Yeah, that's a multifloral. And we're just going to take all this out. Look at that. Look how much better that looks for the tree. We're also going to come in here with my little clipper that I have here, and I'm going to clip out everything that's in the tube, like this little branch, all these little branches that are in the tube, and get rid of them. They're not the main part of the main lead. We don't need them drawing any water away from the top of the tree that's doing rather well. And we're gonna just snip all this off. So now I'm gonna go up a little bit higher, just get in there with what I can while I can hold it with my hands and snip away all this stuff that's all part of competition in there. And then I'm gonna slide back down the tube gently. I'm gonna put down these. gently working it back down to the ground, putting it back in place. And I'm retightening the zip ties. And that's it. You can see that the tube is translucent again and clear from all the debris. We trimmed out some sticks that may have been, preventing the tree from growing as well. And now this tree should thank you and grow so much better. And that's the maintenance on tree tubes that you have to do once in a while. Maybe not every season, but maybe every other season. You have to monitor. You can kind of see through these translucent tubes when they start filling up with stuff, when the weeds are really tall around it. Just get in here and weed some of them. All right? That's tree tube maintenance. If I come back in now, look at how free of debris that is now. And that's what you're looking for. Nice clear tube, free of debris, getting some air on that main lead inside that tube, not too much moisture, cause a rot or something for the tree, disease maybe. And here is the base that we weeded and just took out the competition. If you had mulch, you might want to remulch at this time as well.